There's 260,000. You're just going to double check. Man, okay, what does he have? Okay, all right. Nice hand.
Yeah, nice hand.
He's just double checking that he just lost $250,000.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a me, Tony Pepperoni.
It's a me, Tony Pepperoni. What a historic moment in Austin comedy.
We're back.
Tony Pepperoni getting on Kill Tony the same week as our buddy Timmy No Breaks becomes a household name. What a time to be alive.
The counter has gone up.
Dude, okay, 2 Bud Lattes. The vibes have changed significantly since last week's episode. Dude, I won't lie to you. I was struggling a little bit this morning because I came too many times yesterday. Like, I'm getting to that age where if I jerk off twice in one day, the next day I just like have horrific brain fog and I can't think.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, if I have too many busts, I fucking start to lose it. And I had 3 yesterday, which is pretty high for me. And
why were you jerking so much?
I wasn't jerking. I had the 6 twice, but I jerked off in the middle of the day, not knowing that I was going to do that. And so it like made me not be able to think.
You still count fucking like a doll as sex? That's where we're at? I thought we agreed that doesn't count.
You know what, dude? It's not nice to be rude to your co-host.
So, Tony Pepperoni. When I was doing my little year of comedy, I saw him all the time and freaking loved it.
Because you live at the Lucky Duck.
As well, and the tiniest bar in Texas, I saw him go up a few times. Mm-hmm. And it's just hilarious. Like, I just loved it. It was so fun. He would do his character to like homeless people that would be walking by. And
it's a me, Tony Pepperoni.
Yeah, I mean, we all loved it because it was reliable. You know, like within an open mic, you're watching people bomb after bomb after bomb, guys melting, sweating, uncomfortable, static, including me. Mm-hmm. And then Tony would come on and do his Tony Pepperoni and lighten everything up, and you get involved and you get to interact with his set because. You know, when he says Mamma Mia, you say Papa Pia.
Papa Pia.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He's a little light.
I think character comedy is fully back. I think it's... Dude, I don't know. I just think like with like the direction like a lot of people have taken with sketch comedy, it's just printing tags on top of tags. So you'll have like a bit and it's like a White Claw and then it goes boom, boom, White Claw drinkers are like this. And then that's like 2 minutes of that.
Watch the Bud Light, please.
Sorry about
Don't
that.
spill it on my furniture.
But now it's like people just fucking wilding out, dude, doing all these characters. I think it's cool as fuck. I've been wanting to work on a couple characters, but I don't know if now's the time to do it.
Doesn't Brandon have a Tony Pepperoni story?
Dude, Tony Pepperoni's the man. He's same thing.
And he was just on Kill Tony?
He was just on Kill Tony, and I like him from open mics too. And it became the thing too where like he's at every open mic, and then I had a few friends that were like, that's not comedy. That's not funny, which only makes me like him more.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, at first I'm watching him do his thing. Now that my boy doesn't like him, I'm fucking Papa Pia!
Yeah. Yes.
I'm ready.
You want to annoy your friend.
Yeah, and that made me just like, and also it's like, bro, this guy's been doing comedy for 5 years, committing to like a character that I can't even begin to comprehend or explain really. And he just does it at every open mic. He wears a fucking pizza shirt everywhere he goes. You know how little pussy he's had to have gotten wearing a pepperoni pizza shirt for the last 5 years of his life?
The commitment.
And I am excited to see him blow up because I got a FaceTime call like 3 or 4 weeks ago at about 1 a.m. and the location when the phone opened was the Creek open mic, which did you ever do any of the late night? Soul sucking.
Yeah. It's dark. You have a spotlight on. No one's in the crowd.
No one.
You're talking into a void.
That is the one thing that I have decided I will not be doing anymore is like I go to a lot of open mics still. Yeah. I will not do the late night Creek mics.
If you did that, I would respect you less as a person. I'd be like, you don't have to do like what are you running from that hurt you that instead of being alone with your thoughts, you need to go up at the midnight Creek mic.
Yeah, so it's 1 a.m. There's nobody in the crowd except a few comics.
The FaceTime call. and Tony Pepperoni is on stage, and he is not doing Tony Pepperoni.
He's out of character?
He's out of character, and I mean, I don't actually know what his real name is. I don't know if it's Tony. I don't know if that's... But
no idea.
He was just like, yeah, I've been doing this character for 5 years. I don't have a job. I lost my job. I had to move back with my parents. And instead of doing Papa P stuff, he just did, like, racist street jokes for 5 minutes. And then the best part it killed. It made
everyone laugh
for the comics that were there. And unfortunately, I do think it was an exact scenario of laughing at someone, not with them. And then I had missed part of it, and then the crew that FaceTimed me got the host to be like, and okay, that was Tony Pepperoni. Coming to the stage is Joe Begley. Now make it and on deck is Tony Pepperoni again. And they brought Tony Pepperoni back up again.
Yes.
And he did more racist jokes, and it was amazing. And then 3 weeks later, he blew the fuck up on Kill Tony. He had 1,000.
He hit rock bottom.
He hit rock bottom and found his way up, which was impressive.
Wow.
1,002. I pulled up his Instagram.
Do we have the clip of Tony Pepperoni on Kill Tony?
Yeah, we can play his minute right here. Give me a second.
Here we go.
Start it from the beginning with Tony Hinchcliffe introducing him.
Your first bucket pull of the name goes by Tony Pepperoni.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's Tony
There he is.
Pepperoni.
Here we go.
Hey, it's me, Tony Pepperoni. Hey, what do you call it when the Wright brothers do 9/11? The wrong brothers? And Mamma Mia. When I say Mamma Mia, you say Papa Pia, Mamma Mia.
Papa Pia.
Hey, what's a fat lady's favorite computer, Adele? Mamma Mia. Hey, guys, anxiety is like vaping. Just because you're not ashamed of it doesn't mean it's not gay. Mamma Mia. What was that? Say some racist jokes? Okay.
He's shocked how well it's going.
Hey, what do you call a Chinese guy with a lot of money? Cha-ching?
Tony loves it. A cha-ching?
What do you call an Italian with herpes? A Tony Pepperoni.
That's a classic. I've heard that one for years.
Tony Pepperoni.
He added some new bits that were great. The Italian with herpes, the Tony Pepperoni.
Tony Pepperoni.
I think that's his closer.
God,
what a
guy.
fucking G, dude.
Yeah, I truly, I will put my hand down on the Bible and say I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing with Tony Pepperoni. I
There
like
you go.
Tony Pepperoni.
Brandon, you're a good guy.
I
You know
agree.
that?
There's so many herpes jokes out there that comedians try to do. His take on it, where he's just self-deprecating and sad. I
Tony
like that.
Pepperoni.
Yeah, Tony
It's like a
Pepperoni.
Pokemon saying its name sad. It's
Yeah.
so
Oh,
funny.
no.
Pikachu.
I mean, this is what's
Speak
kind
up.
of insane about being an Austin comic right now is because of Kill Tony. Like, love it or hate it, your friends, you watch people that you know, that you have just seen around doing their things, or you watch even some of your friends go from like being nothing to all of a sudden having a career in one day.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. Dude, I met Cam Patterson. We were doing open mics. He's playing Madison Square Garden. It's been 2
Wow.
years. It's fucking nuts.
Wow.
And dude, I think the thing is, like, it's getting harder and harder to blow up off of stand-up clips on the internet. So everyone's talking about like content. Brandon, tell me if you agree with this or not. Because everybody's going, all right, you need to make content and you need to just get as many views as you can on the content and you need to get as many followers. And I think that's like becoming less and less important. I think it's like there has to be some sort of sorting algorithm, right? Which is like a real person going, yes, you are good, or yes, you are not good. And like Kill Tony kind of functions as that.
Yeah, I think a little bit. I think yeah, there's some truth to it. I still think like you can totally just build your own following and book your own shit. That's almost like more of an easy path. But the Kill Tony thing, is like the new Letterman.
Yeah.
Where it can really, you can go from like, who is that guy, to like everyone knows. So I mean, Kill Tony gets like a million views in one day. An episode gets almost if it's a good episode, over 2 million people watch every episode.
Dude, it's like, it's getting to like 3 or 4 or 5 sometimes.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like if we pull up the latest episodes of Kill Tony, I mean, you can see like,
Crushing.
I mean, James McCann 2.5, Chris O'Connor.
I love James McCann.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the episode last week is at 1 point. I mean, the episode last night, the Tony Pepperoni, 1 day ago, 1.3 million views. Ari Shaffir and Mark Norman, a month ago, 4.3 million views.
So here's the thing.
So on big guest spots, they get the huge views.
Yeah.
And this is not even factoring in audio only listeners, because there's people that listen to it just as a podcast.
And they don't count as views?
Well, they don't count on YouTube. People might listen to it on
So it's more. So it's more.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's like looking at, I mean, I think this is a video first podcast, so that's obviously going to go above everything else. But dude, if I had a horse to fucking bet on right now, like just as a like long-term stand-up success comic, James McCann.
Yeah.
I think that's the horse to bet on.
When I saw his Fool Me Once bit,
dude, so he puts out these like 20-minute like mini specials.
Yeah.
And he was doing a bit about the US national anthem. I'm like, dude, this is one of the best comics on earth right now. Like, it's fucking crazy how good he is.
his bits will be like 5 to 10 minutes long, and you continuously laugh harder and harder and harder. It's awesome.
He's a certified bad
Fooled me
motherfucker.
7 times. He just did a Rogan. I saw that episode. It was great. While I listened to him while I was getting tattooed in Florida.
I mean, what a state of the world we are in right now. We're the 5th most listened to podcast episode in the world right now.
The T1K pod, right?
The Rizzler.
Did we make the top 10 yet?
No, we were going to, but the Rizzler beat us out, unfortunately.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
We'll
get your
there.
shit together.
I'm working. I've been in talks with the Rizzler.
No, but we're trying so
So
hard
we're-
on this fucking podcast, and
so
we're
we're
getting
like
beat out by the fucking Rizzler, dude.
So we're like
Figure it
11.
out.
We're just outside the top 10.
Yeah,
We're
we've got to be.
just
We
outside,
have to be in 11th place.
If it showed 11, we would see our pod, but unfortunately it doesn't.
There's only like 100 podcasts in the world, right?
I mean, dude, that's true. And I think like the way that it works is when you put like the 1,000th most famous poker player in the world with like the 1,000th most famous comedian in the world together, for whatever reason, it'll create a top 10 podcast.
Yeah.
I think that's our way to the top.
Yeah, you have to get to.
Yeah. Because 1,000 plus 1,000 is 5, as we all know.
Yes.
So I think we'll be the 5th most popular podcast. Maybe we don't even do poker. I think instead we should go over the pros and cons of the autopod versus manual switching. I
Okay.
think that's what we should do. Brandon, what are your opinions on the matter?
It's autopod all the way.
All the way.
Because if you live switched or autopod and sent it to someone, the person's not going to fucking notice either way.
We could also start freebasing.
Like crack?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I think that would ramp up the views until we got shut down at least.
I
Could spark some
crack up.
spark some controversy.
Dude, so I had something insane. Speaking of Freebase, I had something pretty insane happen last night. This girl's like a nice person. I like her a lot, but we are both.
You're back
like,
to girls now?
We're in agreement that we are fuck buddies, right?
You and me and you, or you and the girl?
Me and you.
Okay.
But we are gay, but Brandon will always be my number one.
Look at
Fuck
this
buddy
shirt,
will be number
dude.
2.
Look at this shirt
Alpha male.
with a little pony.
Alpha male, P.S. I'm gay. So as we went over with, I got broken up with after 2 dates last week.
Yeah,
and,
by a girl that wasn't your girlfriend. Got it.
Not important. What are we, by the way? So me and this girl go out. As Brandon, can we just cut out the last 30 seconds where I was mumbling and spilling the Bud Light? I got super rattled, dude. Okay, we had to cut there because I spilled the Bud Light and I got wicked rattled. I'm sorry I spilled on your furniture. I'm gay. Okay, anyway. I have this agreement with this girl that we are like fuck buddies, and she kind of knows the deal. And
She consents.
As we all know, I got broken up with last week, so I was like, this would probably be a good time to go out and maybe
Hang out with the fuck buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got broken up with after 2 dates. I'm like, this might help. So I text her last night. I'm like, hey, do you want to hang out? And she's like, maybe. And I go, how about we link up around 10? She calls me at 9:30 and I'm like, hey, I'm about to go on stage. Can we talk in a little bit? And she's like, all right, well, just text me. So we're going back and forth. She's like, I'm on a date at a bar and it's not going well. I want you to come pick me up and we will go from there. So I'm like, all right, I'll come get you. So I give her a text. I'm like, hey, 10-minute warning. I'm on my way over. She goes, great. I drive to this bar. She calls me. She's like, I'm going to pretend you're my Uber driver. Just like, I'll get in the back seat. I go, hey, bad news. I have all of my shares from my show in the back seat. So we can't do that. You have to get up front. She goes, okay, fuck. I'm going to have to make a different move. So she runs out. She gets in the front seat of my car. She goes, I pretended to have to go to the bathroom. I just left. I need you to like make an excuse for this guy. So I texted this guy. I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I think I got like food poisoning. I went to the bathroom and I just started.
You texted him on her phone?
Yes. I started throwing up.
Is she that avoidant of just being honest?
Yeah.
Like, hey, this isn't going well for me. I'm going to dip.
No, because I didn't really know what I was getting into. I thought like this guy was a piece of shit or something, and she just like wanted to leave. But she's
I bet
like,
he's a nice person.
She's like, no, he was a great guy. We were having an okay time.
So she didn't want to be.
Like, I wanted to bang you, so I left. And I'm like,
what a horrible person.
I'm like, okay. And she's like, not yelling at me, but she's going like, yeah, like you have to write this for me. I chose you over him. And I'm like, I didn't know that this is what we were doing. So, Brandon, lock in with the boys, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm handling. No one will do Rockies because you wouldn't do Rockies.
Okay.
So I'm replacing you.
Fine. Do 20 minutes, dude. Just do 20 minutes. Lock in. It'll be great.
All right.
We need you here, dude. I thrive off of an audience for my stories, dude. And if I can't make direct eye contact with you and I'm regaling my tales, I get nervous and then I start bombing, dude. So
Okay.
No, you've been bombing this whole time.
Dude, I love a nice bomb. So I'm driving with the girl. We pull over. I write this guy a text about how I got sick. And she's like, the guy just responds immediately. He's like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm so sorry that happened.
Brutal.
And so we eventually go to my house and we hook up. And after we hook up, I'm like sitting there. I'm like staring at the ceiling. And she's like, what's wrong with you? And I go, I don't want to talk about it with you.
I got broken up with.
If I'm being honest. And so I'm just like sitting there looking at the ceiling. And I'm like, I'm going to get in the shower. And then I come out and she's like, no, really, like, she's like, what is wrong with you? And I go, all right, this is probably not what you want to hear.
I really like this girl.
But yeah, I go, do you really want to know? Like, it's not going to be nice. And she's like, please tell me. I go, I got broken up with after a second date last week. And I know that's like a weird thing to be sad with, but I kind of thought it was going somewhere. And I just like, you're the first person I've hooked up with then. So I feel a little weird. Sorry. And she goes, no, I totally get that. She's like,
I'm in love with this other guy.
No, literally.
Yes.
That's what starts happening. She goes, yeah, I'm in the same boat. I had this ex-boyfriend and like we keep going in and out and like I'm still in love with him and it's been like a year and a half. And then she's just like, by the way, do you mind if I go in your bathroom and do a bump of cocaine? And I was like, go for it. So she goes in the bathroom, she does a bump, she comes out, she's like, yeah, it's fucking hard, isn't it? Like having feelings. And I'm like, it is. So we go from being on like two cosmically different planes where I'm talking to this girl, I'm pretending something isn't going on when it is. So all of a sudden we're just being like completely honest.
Yeah.
Because I had this thing where I called the girl that I went out on 2 dates with and I sort of explained the way that I was feeling and I explained where things fell apart and went from us being like on totally different pages to like all of a sudden she's like, oh, I totally get it.
Yeah, same
and I'm
boat.
like, we're on the same fucking boat. Not
both
her
have-
because
you
I
both
like
have
her.
strong- yeah.
I like her. She doesn't want anything to do with me. But we had this amazing talk. All of a sudden it went from like I'm bombing over text to she's like, okay, this guy's cool. I like him.
Yeah.
So it just occurred to me when she was asking me what was going on, I went from being like, okay, I'm just going to lie about it and pretend that I'm like sad about my dog that died 6 months ago or something. I just went, I'm going to be 100% honest. And I just go, let's see what happens if I be honest. And I told her about the breakup the me getting rejected and how it kind of bummed me out and how I'm going through a bit of a funk. And then we were on like 100% honesty, and it went from us being like on two different planes to all of a sudden we're like, yeah, dude, this is fucking tough. We went out, we sat on the couch, we started talking, we were hanging out like we were like boys for an hour.
Now you're engaged to your fuck buddy.
And then we went back to her apartment, we had sex one more time. I went home and I'm like, this is great. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And
yeah, well, you're missing all the connections you can make it. Like being honest allows you to have real connections, right?
yes.
Like, or better connections.
And even though
You gotta risk it.
by like not telling the truth, I was like effectively lying. By the way, Brandon, as an engaged guy, aren't you glad that you don't have to participate in this world at all?
Yeah, I'd kill myself, dude. I'd absolutely kill. It's so
We're
awesome.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We could do it on air. That might boost views.
It would get good views.
This episode on the T1K podcast, we're playing Russian roulette.
This episode
Till
is
one of us blows
we
our
call
brains
the,
out.
the Bob Dole episode. Here we go. You didn't get that reference. It is that.
Bud Dwyer.
Oh, Bud Dwyer.
That's the reference you wanted to make. The guy that Shane Gillis talks about shooting himself live on. Yeah, Bud Dwyer.
It is.
Play the clip.
Do not look up the.
So I can show you some pictures if you
You
want.
go into looking at the Bud Dwyer thing, being like, oh yeah, I can handle a video of a senator killing himself on air, and then you watch the video, and it's infinitely worse than
It's
you can
the
imagine.
kickback of the skull that's like the way the body.
I don't
goes
think I've seen it.
limpless. We can't show it on here. How about this? As a treat, once you guys get through this episode, we can watch him fucking kill himself.
I will not be
Okay.
watching the Bud Dwyer suicide video.
Hey, if it's real, why not? You know,
Yeah.
it's reality.
We're all about openness and honesty.
Yeah.
And what is bothering us. And what's bothering me is the lack of ticket sales in Boston. But anyway, it ended up being this like pretty insane thing where I'm like, okay,
You should add "as seen on Kill Tony" to the flyer.
you're
Sorry.
an asshole.
Sorry.
That is every flyer I see these
As
days.
seen on Kill Tony. As seen for 60 seconds bombing in front of a live crowd on
Yeah,
Kill
it's crazy.
They just use it as like, yeah.
if you like could go if you type in like fucking Des Moines comedy scene or just insert like any small bad comedy scene, there's a flyer that's like as seen on Kill Tony. And no, the guy didn't do well.
No.
he didn't get asked back. No, he didn't get a big joke.
But come watch him.
But he was on
for
it.
$5.
Yeah.
Brandon, you've never been on the show, right?
No, I've signed up. I just never got on.
How many times did you sign up?
Like 10 to 15.
You
Nothing
should
crazy.
continue.
I run a Monday show.
You would crush.
I would have a good. I think I would. I'm a very funny comic. I'd have a good set, and then I think my interview would be kind of. I just would be like, yeah, I'm a normal guy who has like a job and a wife, and you'd be like, but
No,
what
you can talk
fit
about
in
the
your ass?
you can talk about the college football stuff and
Yeah, there'd be stuff. I mean, I would be fine. I would like to sign up for it again. There's also just truly like the awfulness of sitting in that pig pen, and while it does change, like you're right, it totally does change people's lives. It also has done so little for so many of our talented friends' lives.
Yes.
Still,
does
too.
that guy still sell waters and beers?
No, they don't
in the
let him
pig pen?
in poor choices because it's like
That's
you know,
right.
They want
He used to do that in the
drinks.
What's his name?
Was it Pedro?
No, it was a white guy.
Derek Dimple.
Derek Dimple.
Yep.
Dimple.
That was a crazy era where they were like having people hang out in the alley behind. But dude,
When I signed up, he would, and I waited in the alley. He had a big cooler, and he was selling waters and beers.
so what's so fucking hard about this too is like I would go out and I would sign up for Kill Tony, and you would be having, dude. You were always in one of two boats on Monday, which would be option A is you had an awesome weekend, you had great shows, everything went great, you're like on a high, and then you don't get on and your spirit gets crushed. Option B is you're already in the darkness when you show up on Monday because you had a bad weekend and you're hungover, and then you get there and you don't get on and you're like, what are we even fucking doing? Like, that's what people don't understand is you are committing a full day of your life to this experience.
And it's also
Yeah, the
kinda
waiting.
The shitty thing now too, where like there was more of your like friends signing up when it was earlier on. So it was like, okay, if we did go sign up, it's like, oh, hey, Joe's there, and like Spencer's there, and our buddies are there. Now it's not.
Those guys are doing shows.
They're doing shows, or just have kind of accepted the same thing. We're like, yeah, I'm a funny comic. I can have a good minute and a decent interview, but I don't have that like slight weirdness that they want for the show.
A decent comparison is tournament poker compared to cash games. Whereas like cash games, you're guaranteed to get hours put in, like you're guaranteed spots basically.
Yeah.
And where a tournament's like a lottery ticket, and you can be out at any moment, and it's there's a lot of luck. There's more of a luck factor.
Yeah, I think I had a good thing where I like Tony Casillas when I was like really early on. He was like super nice to me.
I love that comic.
Yeah, I love Tony, and he was super great to me when I first started here. And
is he straight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so.
I mean, I can't 100% confirm it, but I'd assume so. He gave me the good advice if he was just like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go sign up for Kill Tony, and he was like, you shouldn't, man. He was like, you should go do 3 or 4 open mics instead and get triple the stage time that any of these people will get every Monday, and just become such a better comic than all of them that it won't really matter that you didn't sign up for it. And I was like, okay, that's pretty good advice. And I don't know, I felt that's like what I did. And then about a year and a half ago, I got the Monday show that I run, and it's like, yeah, it just makes it difficult now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I chose to do a Monday show instead of signing up for Kill Tony. I got to bring up Matt McCusker on Monday. It was nice.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool, dude.
I love him.
Yeah. It's nice to see like famous comedians coming in and trying to get spots outside of the mothership during the week.
That's cool.
Because you're like...
Did he move here too?
Yeah, he's here. So he came in and he's like, yeah, dude,
he had to move here with Shane, right? Because they do a podcast.
Yeah, we had a pretty like candid conversation. We were talking. He's like, yeah, I got to get a new hour ready. You know, I'm dropping another one, and then I'm going on the road, so I need to have this ready. And I'm just taking the spots.
He's married to the woman that Shane did the WNBA joke about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, Matt, like anytime I've talked to him, he's a very like cool, chill, pretty down to earth guy.
Mm-hmm. When'd you meet him?
I mean, at New Joke, and then I worked door for like Shane, and they did a Matt and Shane Secret Pod live from Black Rabbit one day at like 11 a.m. on a Wednesday, and so they had me work door for it. I just like sat to people.
Oh, they did it live?
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like, I mean, one dude, it was funny because they were like, don't let anyone in after it starts. That's the number one rule. And some guy showed up 10 minutes late and was like, bro, I drove from Dallas. And I was like, I'll get you in, and just tell him it was my fault. Let him yell at me. There's no... And then at the end, I told Matt, and he was like, please tell me you let that guy in, right? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, good call. Who gives a fuck? He came from Dallas. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So he's just... Yeah, he's a super down-to-earth guy, which you like to see, because we don't see... A lot of the big comics stay kind of only at Mothership right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can be best friends with Shane and not be down-to-earth.
Yeah, that's very true.
They're not like famous kind of people. Or let that get to their head. They're just normal guys.
Yeah, they're good dudes. Very good dudes.
Speaking of good dudes, it was great to have Matty on the podcast. I think he might be like the only guest we have.
Yeah, we just keep bringing him on.
I think he's a good fit. And yeah, we should bring him back occasionally whenever he's available.
Let's bring him back, dude. Let's do it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Fuck yeah.
You want to do a poker?
Let's do a poker
hand
breakdown. You want another beer?
No.
Pussy.
We want to work out after this, right?
Okay.
You really want another beer? One more? It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, 2 beers is... when you have 1, you're done. But when you have 2, it could be 9.
So 2? So
you want to have 2?
I'll have 2, but then we do have to work out.
Okay.
All right,
deal.
Together, naked. All right, here we go.
Joe and Ann Kern wants me to write a book about the Lodge table talk.
Yum, yum. We find Jacks in the small blind after an open and a call. This is a mandatory 3-bet with Jacks.
Global Poker Awards.
The graphics were a little off there. Tito did not have kings.
4,000.
So I get cold 4-bet from the straddle from Max's 100 straddle.
You can call.
No.
Pause it.
Yes,
I'm going to teach Joe some poker lingo. Do you know what cold 4-bet means, or like a cold 3-bet, or or cold 4-bet? So that means, the star of the show's back.
Hello,
Miss Ada. So a cold, relax, Jesus. Scaredy cat. That's where that term comes from.
I don't think cats can relax.
No, they're always on edge. She likes butt scratches. Anyway, so a cold 4-bet means someone who has not put money in the pot already.
Mm-hmm.
So if I raise and someone re-raises, that's a 3-bet. And then if I re-raise on top of that, that would be a 4-bet. I've already put money in the pot. I've already made a raise. So it's not cold. A cold 4-bet is someone who looks at their cards, has not put any money in the pot yet, and then decides to raise. So like a cold 4-bet is stronger a majority of the time than a normal 4-bet.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I get cold 4-bet from Max.
With the 4K in front of me.
Jesus.
So there's definitely some alarm bells going off, but Max can be, wide in this spot.
Like playing 1,000 big blind poker.
Why can't we see his cards?
Actually,
I think it's a graphics error.
2,000
Okay.
big blind.
And
The camera just hasn't picked it up yet.
I believe
Well, I mean,
I believe he has 2 kings,
and
and the sensors picked it up as Tito's hand.
Well, they are.
So I think he has 2 kings here.
Oh, there's the jack.
Yeah.
You're psyched.
Top set for T1000 here. Not sure what Crypto Max has. A little bit of a mystery hand with already $9,000 in the middle.
This is a very nice check by Max. He's supposed to lose his whole stack here. He only has 2 SPR, so he has his stack to pot ratio is 2x. So there's 8,800 in the pot, and he has 64. He has 16.4 in his stack, so he just has like a little less than 2x pot. And so for him not to go broke here is
As played, Crypto Max could have a hand like aces,
is pretty good.
kings that might be fearful of the sets that are more in T1000's range.
I'm not a fan of this turn bet.
Comes in on the turn 3,200. Quick call from Crypto
Can we
Max.
pause it? So I think I like going a little bigger here. Slightly bigger, maybe like half pot. I think a lot of times, like when good players check, there's like you always have a purpose behind each action. And like throughout the years, what I've noticed is like, the better the player, the stronger checks are, if that makes sense. Like when someone, I would say weaker players tend to check their weaker hands. This is just a generality. Like when you're playing cash games, if you're versed like a very sharp thinking player, like an experienced player, like their checks always have like a purpose behind them, and a lot of times it's because they have showdown value. It's because they might be trapping or slow playing. Like it leans more towards value than it actually does like weakness. So it leans more towards strength. So when he checks this flop, in my mind, after 4-betting, it doesn't mean that like the check doesn't indicate that he doesn't like his hand. It means that he could be pot controlling and or trapping. And so on the turn, I think I like sizing up a little bit, or I like checking again, because it's going to be really hard. It's easy to check an overpair once. It's very difficult to check an overpair twice. And so I think if I played this hand today, I think I check turn, and he's going to have a really hard time checking an overpair again. And then I can set him in and make his life very difficult if I check the turn and then he bets his overpair and I shove. Whereas here he kind of gets off cheap, and he gets he does get a very favorable river card, and I might have got the whole stack if this is not the river. But yeah, continue.
Who has less in his stack. than what's in the pot.
Oof.
Yeah, so this is just a really rough river for Max. Because now, if I did have ace 10 or ace jack,
does have aces. What a river
if I have
card
ace
that
queen,
is.
ace jack,
And if he has
which is a big
kings
part of my range.
or queens, it might save him. Who knows what he has? T1000.
This
You
is
imagine
crazy
it's
not
gotta
knowing
be
what
good
Crypto
here
Max
with
has. It changes the
set of
entire
J's.
vibe.
Yeah, I don't like how I played this. I love how I played it if I have like 8-9 suited or like queen 10 suited, because then it's just like it's turning a pair into a bluff and it's making it really hard to call with kings.
7,500 into the pot.
Yeah,
I'm all in.
It's super value-y.
Should've checked the flop.
You think he goes all in here?
So he just said I should. I think he said
What
I
do we
shouldn't have
think
checked the
Max
flop,
has,
but
Chad? In the
but that's
blender
just
here
like a
on the
little
river,
result
looking off
oriented with
into
the
outer
with the
space.
run out and the poor run out. I think
Not
once
sure
he
if that man
sees,
can grow facial
he's probably
hair
already
out
seen
either.
it, but once he
TBD.
sees the hand played
Time will
back, I
tell.
think he's going to be really happy with his play. Like he played this hand really well. To not lose his stack is a big win. Like a lot of people just lose their stack. Do we like the queen eating our cables?
Oh, yeah, it's not good.
Maybe don't do that, baby.
I have to fold.
Oh,
So yeah, he did have kings, and
how do we know that?
he told me.
Okay.
And
It
I
has it listed on the bottom.
and yeah, and it was just a graphics error, but yeah, it was 2 kings.
Okay.
So like that's just like a really well played hand by Max to not lose his stack, and a slightly fortunate river card, because it made it even that much harder to call off. But his check on the flop was pretty sharp. Most people don't find the check with an overpair there, and then they lose their whole stack. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah, dude, you fucking crushed him there.
It's
All right. So
it's hard. It's hard to look bad when you flop top set in a 4-bet pot.
Yeah.
Like that's just a spot.
a good spot.
That's a scenario where the stars have aligned. There's tons of money in the middle already, and you flop the nuts. You're just gonna win a big pot every time.
So this is Lucky Mariano. Spikes the Miracle Turn card. First of all, what is the guy next to Mariano wearing here? What the fuck is that?
He just got out of his Hell's Angels meeting and drove up to this poker game on his Harley.
He's looking pretty good. All right, we got 850 in the pot. Running down. Here we go, baby.
That's Doc. He's from Dallas. He's a great guy.
If you wanted it.
And some guy went all in for 100K against him.
Starts under the gun and can
No one
continue.
believes you when you're on
There's
your
Corey
own.
Irving.
No one will believe me now.
Yeah,
It's
they-
the best time.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, my buddy Henry got aces, and some guy
So
showed
it looks
up
like
100K 'cause it was
Z
like,
Fish
couldn't believe it.
limps the button. There's a 400 straddle.
Good timing. Good timing.
So he stacked them.
Corey calls with 6-4 diamonds in the small. Terrace has 3 trucks
That's how
and
Douglas
ace
gonna
queen.
take the
This is
5,000.
gonna be a raise. They're playing the.
Nobody's gonna give Terrace credit.
What do you mean
for
3
a
trucks?
hand here, and he looks down at ace.
So they're playing a side game where if you win 3 hands in a row, you get a bounty from every player, and then if you win 4 hands, you get the bounty from each player gets bigger. And the more hands you win in a row, the bigger the bounty gets. So it incentivizes you to win multiple hands in a row, and it makes you fight and bluff like way more. So getting a big hand while you have multiple trucks in front of you is an amazing situation because no one's going to believe you.
Queen offsuit,
Oh my God, Terrace.
and he just raises to 11,000.
Well, bam.
Oh, I remember this hand.
And nobody has anything.
Oh, this is some run good for Mariano.
I need a hero.
So
Mariano.
this is a situation.
Mariano's got Queen Jack.
Yeah, they're super deep. They're over 200,000 deep each. Are effective.
What do you mean by that?
So like the shortest stack is the effective stack is whatever you're playing for. So the effective stack in this hand is Mariano with 214,000. That's the biggest the pot can get is 428K because of Mariano's stack. So they're playing 215K effective basically, and Terrace has 3 trucks, so he's incentivized to win this hand with the extra money in the middle from everyone from the bounty. So he's going to go hard at this pot, and this is like he raises huge. He would make this raise with like absolute dog shit with kind of any 2 cards at this point, trying to take down the pot. He happens to have a massive hand, so Mariano just calls, I think, with the Queen Jack, defending everyone and himself against paying the ante, paying the tax.
All right, Mariano's here we go. Gonna play defense for the table on hand 118.
Be the hero. Okay.
Against the villain? Are you the villain?
Well, apparently, yeah.
Terrace versus Mariano. Oh, a queen. So they're both psyched.
Yeah.
Watch out.
So Terrace is poised to win a massive pot here.
Jack somehow on future streets.
Because Mariano's going to bet.
Well, no, Mariano's never going to fold because he flops top pair versus a guy that's incentivized to bluff.
But so we should say what the flop is every time it comes out.
Yeah, the flop is 8-8 queen. And they both flop top pair. Terrace has him outkicked by the ace. So Mariano's in really rough shape. He needs backdoor 9-10 to make a straight, or he needs a jack. So he's drawing very slim. He's got 19% equity.
Like, I have to imagine that there's this chip in there,
But he doesn't know that. He's like, I got top pair.
Yeah,
I'm cruising.
so the bounty is 5K per person. So Terrace is playing for an additional 25,000.
So explain the bounty one more time. Just
Okay,
Brandon, do you get it yet?
So he's just saying that like they're incentivizing more action by giving rewards for winning multiple hands. So if he wins 3 hands, there's a bounty that each player has to give him 5,000. Then if he wins 4, it goes up. So they called him the hero because if he bet 11,000 3 cold betting, which most people would fold, but they didn't. Instead, he stayed in, and that's where like you're the hero because everyone would just had to pay the bounty.
Everyone owes Terrace $5,000 on the side if he wins 4 hands in a row.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's playing for extra money. So they both flop top pair in a situation where Terrace is incentivized to go really hard at this pot.
Yeah.
And so Terrace having a
good hand on top of this is a double whammy. Brandon's getting this down. Dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
exactly.
also this creates like a shitty pressure for Mariano then because like he doesn't like it throws out all the reads you've had on Terrace, right? Because you said he's just playing this hand no matter what because of the bounty. So he could have fucking 2s and 3s and he's gonna still probably come in heavy.
Yeah,
right?
it's called the progressive bounty game, I think is what it's called. This is just gonna be a huge clash with both people flopping top pair.
So deep, over 200,000. Terrace has such incentive here. If he wins, he will win a $25,000 bonus. 5,000 from each of the other players.
Mariano's licking his chops right now. He's loving this because Terrace has to bluff so much. And flopping top pair versus a guy with 3 chucks is just like you should feel like you're gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's absolutely crushed.
Somewhat loose call providing some defense, providing some action, connects with the queen.
So he needs 9-10 or a jack.
He needs backdoor 9-10 or a jack.
There's the jack.
And he just drills the jack.
Mariano.
So now
lightning in a bottle.
So
now there's 50. Now there's 50K in the pot, and he just turned top 2. So now he's ahead of King Queen and Ace Queen.
Terrace slows down. Top 2 for Mariano.
I think something like half pot is.
Can't believe what fell.
Something like half pot
so deep.
is fine. Maybe a little more. You could go 2/3.
Because now Terrace can only win with basically ace 8 or queen. He's pretty fucked, right?
An ace and an 8 would tie it up, but he needs an
ace would win for Terrace.
Ace would win, and on an 8 they chop.
Yeah. An 8 would make a chop. Correct.
So here we go. Mariano bets 30K into him. You think Terrace is picking up that he's got a jack, or he's like he's got no idea?
Terrace is never folding. He's concerned. Of course, he's concerned of like 9-10 suited, and
from space on the river,
he's concerned about.
He may think he's
I guess some random 8s, Ace-8 suited, or
then why not?
8-9 suited, but he's never folding.
For the 5K bonus from each player as well.
Good times. 30,000, huh?
30,000, huh?
Let the good times roll.
There's concerns with pocket jacks.
Is Dougie drinking on the stream?
Yeah, Doug usually
Hot
drinks.
now over
Has a couple
113,000.
drinks.
No ace from space.
That
Mariano with the check mark.
might be Terrace's though.
So here we go. Mariano's gonna fucking bet heavy here.
6 just flopped too. So
How much does Mariano ask for?
Let's see what's going on here.
I think Mariano's going large here.
How large, Rick?
100,000.
Eyeing his opponent's stack.
$75,000 is the bet.
Wow.
And this man will get paid. We're not raising, of course. We're either calling.
Such a strong hand, man.
Yeah, it's just.
He's got to do it.
The call.
It's brutal.
Here we go.
Absolutely brutal.
The biggest pot of the night.
Let's go.
Wait, hang on.
That is some run good.
263,000
You have
goes
eight.
to Mariano.
He's got queens and jacks.
Oh, queens and jacks.
You know what I have?
Oh. Oh,
Do you think
very
he
good.
actually knew that, or is he?
I mean, he's just being sure.
Yeah.
He's just like, wait, what happened? Well, I have 8s and queens with an ace. He's just double checking. It's
you just lost $260,000.
There's $260,000. You're just gonna double check. Man, okay, what does he have? Okay, all right, nice hand.
Yeah, nice hand.
He's just double checking that he just lost $250,000.
That's crazy.
Just a little like, okay, all right, nice hand.
$250,000 fucking mil.
Hi, baby.
All right, gang, let's do it.
All right,
We out.
see ya.